using the roller and then doing nice relaxing yin stretching. And this will be our only standing exercise. So take a tennis ball or a fascial release ball. Some people use a lacrosse ball. That's too hard for me. Start with the center of your foot and just pump the ball back and forth right in the center. And then try and give yourself some nice posture here. So maybe activating that lower belly, maybe activating that upper belly. Good. And then start to maybe move a little side to side as well. You can hold on to a wall. Breathe. Maybe making some circles here. And then work over to the inner border of, in this case, it's my right foot. So between your big toe and your heel. Nice. Breathe. Good. Then make your way over to that outer edge of your foot. And if the ball flies out, that's pretty common. Nice. Then move towards the heel of your foot. Just kind of pressing in. Nice. Kind of pumping with that right knee. Nice. And then take the ball right to those toe pads, right where your toes connect to your foot, and get that arch. So rocking from side to side. Work your way on to your actual toes, creating some space in between. Breathe and relax. Nice. And then just kind of work your whole foot. See if there's any last spots that are really talking to you, whether it's inside, that fascia in the center, the outside of your foot. Nice. And then before we do the other side, let's take your legs parallel and do a fold and just see if you can feel the difference between the leg that you rolled or the foot that you rolled and the foot that you didn't roll. Noticing the difference all the way up your hamstrings, grabbing your elbows. Bend your left knee, come right. Bend your right knee, come left. Good. Slowly make your way on up. And then let's move over to your other foot, which in my case is my left foot, starting with the center. So again, either holding on to a wall, trying to be mindful that your shoulders are over your hips are over your feet. And just start with the center of that left foot. You can go forward and back. You can go side to side. You can make circles. Breathe and relax. Nice. And make your way to the inner border of that left foot. So between your big toe and your inner heel. Maybe turning your foot in. Good. Make your way to the outer border of that foot. Whoops. Just slipped it out. It just slipped out. And then come to the heel of your foot. Pumping like you're pumping the gas pedal. Breathe. And then make your way all the way to those toe pads. Rocking from side to side. And then finally onto the toes themselves. So maybe here you plant your heel and you just rock your foot from side to side. That sort of helps me keep the ball in place. Nice. Spreading those toes. Improving your balance. Nice. And then from here, come back to center. fold. Notice if you're deeper than you were the first time, or if you just feel more opening in the backs of your legs and the bottom of your feet. Grab your elbows, bend your left knee, turn to the right. Good. Bend your right knee, turn to the left. Nice. And then make your way all the way onto the floor. Good. And then let's take the roller underneath that right calf or the ball. I'm going to use the ball just because it's going to fit in all the spots. But if you're at home and you have a roller, you can use that as well. And then just go side to side if you have a ball, or forward and back if you have the roller. Get those calves. And if you need to, you can take your hand on your leg to help direct that rolling a little bit more specifically. Nice. Good. Then move to the back of your knee. So it's sort of a similar spot, like the bottom of your foot. Lots of ligaments, cartilage, tendons, all connecting here. A lot of connective tissue here. So let's work through that. Breathe. Nice. And then come all the way up halfway between your knee and your glutes, getting the back of your hamstrings. So maybe going forward and back, or maybe with a ball, I'd say maybe go more side to side. So pick a spot if you're using a ball just above your knee in the back. Just take your legs from side to side and then bring the ball all the way up to that hamstring attachment. Again, you can go side to side. If you're on the roller, you're going forward and back. 3, 2, 1. Nice. And then from here, take that leg in front of you. Lift and lengthen. Bring your hands on either side of that leg. And then do a cow and a cat. Cow and a cat. So try and bring your chest forward, Marianne, not your face. Yes. 3, 2, 1. Nice. And then let's switch legs. So take the ball underneath your left calf. Maybe starting lower, closer to your Achilles. Ooh, that's pretty intense with a ball. It's probably a little bit nicer with a roller. Maybe making these little movements with your ankles from side to side. Nice. And then make your way into that meaty part of your calf. Breathe. Nice. Maybe turning your foot in and out if you're on a ball, or rolling up and down if you're on the roller. 3, 2, 1. Nice. And then move your prop underneath your knee. I'm going to rock forward and back, or I'm going to rock side to side. You can rock forward and back. Nice. Make little circles here. You can go side to side. Play around with that. Nice. And then finally, we're going to hit 2 spots just above the back of your knee and then just below your glutes. So you can go forward and back. You can go side to side. I'm putting a little bit more weight in my hands so that it's not too intense. Breathe. Nice. And then make your way all the way up, just at that hamstring attachment. And I'm going to go side to side here. If I had a roller, I think I'd be going forward and back. Nice. All right. And then remove that prop. Press into that bent right foot. Maybe grabbing your shin, getting a nice active spine. Maybe, yes, sitting on a block or a blanket. Really good idea. And then take your fingers on either side of that straight leg. Bring your chest forward and back. So if you need more space, you can take that right foot a little wider. Yes. 3, 2, nice. 1, sweet. And then from here, we're going to make our way onto our backs. And I'm going to put my tennis ball underneath my glutes. I think a roller would be too high here. So I'm going to put the tennis ball underneath my right glute and just roll around in a circle for a little bit, one way and the other. So rocking so that the ball goes on the outside, the center, the inside of that glute. Nice. And then pause, either keeping the ball there, or if it's too much, you can take it away. Let's take that right foot into the strap, and then you might have to reset the ball into your glute. So just see how that feels. If it's too much, take the ball away. Nice. And then just point your right foot and flex. Point your right foot and flex. Good. Point and flex. Nice. And then pull that right hand off to the side so you have a little bit of pressure. And then bend your right knee and then kick it up. Bring it a little closer towards your face. Good. Bend that right knee. Kick that right leg towards your face. Good. Bend that right knee. Kick that right leg towards your face. And then just relax, letting your glute press into the ball. Feeling that additional release in that right hamstring. And breathe. Nice. And step your left foot out a little bit wider. And then take that right leg out to the side. Again, I'm keeping the ball underneath my right glute, so it's on the side. If that's too much for you, take it away. Good. And then Cindy, take your foot farther away from your body so you can make it straighter. So change the angle so your foot is closer towards the bottom of the mat. Good. And then press your foot into the strap. Good. Point and flex. Point and flex. Good. Point and flex. Good. And then bend that right knee. Kick it out to the side. Bend that right knee. Yes. Kick it out to the side. Bend that right knee. Kick it out to the side and hold. So pressing into your opposite foot to keep your left hip grounded on the ground. Pulling with your right hand now. See if you can open that inner groin. As you relax that outer glute max. 3, 2, 1. Good. And then bring that right leg towards the front of the mat or towards the ceiling or somewhere in between and straighten that left leg. Good. So now my right glute is really pushing into the myofascial wall. If that's too much for you, you can take it away. Otherwise, take your strap in your left hand, right hand out to the side, and just come out 45 degrees. Good. Push your foot into the strap, your strap into the foot, and if you need to, take your foot farther away from your face. Nice. Nice. And then from here, bend that right knee, kick it up towards the sky. Good. Bend that right knee. Kick it up towards the sky. Good, bend that right knee. Kick it up towards the sky. And then just feel that nice stretch along your IT band. You can stay at this angle, or you can take your leg all the way across, straight or bent. Nice. Take that ball away, come back to center. Good. Release the strap, hug your knees into your chest. Good. And then send both your legs up. Feel the difference between your right leg and your left. My right leg is like a centimeter longer than my left right now. Good. And then bring both feet to the ground. If you felt like you enjoyed this, put the ball under your left glute. If it was just too intense for you, skip it. Nice. And then take the ball around the ball of your left foot, take the strap around the ball of your left foot, take that right hand out to the side. Good, and just point and flex your foot. And that activity will activate pressing that left glute into the myofascial ball or the tennis ball, so point and flex. Nice. And then make that strap taut in your left hand, bend your left knee, and then push or pull your foot towards your face. Good. Bend your left knee. Good. Pull your foot towards your face. One more time. Bend your left knee. Pull your foot towards your face. And then just hang out. We're sort of releasing this left glute and hamstring at both ends. Nice. Walk that right foot out to the side so it's a little bit wider and you can activate it. Activate that right hand. And then bring that left leg out, maybe into a V. Good. Point and flex that foot. Point and flex. Nice. Point and flex. Good. Make that strap taut. And then bend that left knee. Bring that left foot towards your right leg. And then kick it away. Good. Can you do more of an angle, Cindy? Can you take your leg out to the side more? Good. Now bend that knee. Bring your foot towards your right leg. Nice. Good. One more time. Bend. And straighten. Good. And now activate that left hand. Push that left glute into the myofascial ball. 3, 2, 1. Nice. And then bring that left leg facing the ceiling or facing the wall across the room. Straighten your right leg. So now I'm getting a really nice sort of acupressure stretch in my left glute. Put the strap in your right hand, left hand out to the side, and then come at an angle. So just 45 degrees, not all the way across yet. Nice. And then bend and kick that leg away. Good. Bend. Kick that leg away. Good. Bend. Kick that leg away. Good. Dig into that right heel and notice where this stretches in your body. So this is more along that left side of your hip. Breathe. And then stay there or bring that foot all the way across. Notice the stretch goes more into your glute. So it's slightly different. 5, 4, 3, 2, One, nice. Come back to center. Move the ball and put both feet into the strap. Good. Activate your hands as you pull your legs towards your face. Nice. You could wrap your hands around your legs or put the strap around your feet. Nice. Remove the strap. Good. Bring both feet to the mat and then take your right ankle onto your left knee. Push that right hand into your thigh. So you're pushing that knee away. And then actively roll that ankle towards you. Good. Actively roll that ankle away. Nice. And then from here, take your hands out to the side. Bring that right foot to the mat. Pushing that right foot into your left thigh. Activating your hands. And breathe. Nice. Come back to center. Unhook that right leg. Take your left ankle onto your right knee, left hand into your thigh. And then take those ankle circles with your left foot. See if you can spread your toes as you bring that foot around. And then bring your foot the other way. Breathe. Then take both hands out to the side. Take a twist, pressing that left foot into the ground, that left ankle into your right knee. Feel that nice release in your outer left glute. Nice. And then come back to center. And then let's take that ball or that roller, mine rolled away, into your low back. So I'm going to go right onto just above that hip point on my sacrum and just gently roll from side to side on my low back. So if you use a ball here, you can keep the back of your head on the ground. If you would rather use the roller, then you might have to sit up more, or you're going to be more with your booty up higher. Play around with that. And just rock from side to side. Breathe. Good. And then settle. Inhaling, pressing that low back into the ball. Nice. Exhale, let it go. Good. Inhale, pressing that low back into the ball. Exhale, let it go. And then let both of your knees shift over to the right, like you're in a 90-90. And then inhale, pressing that side of your low back. So that's your quadratus lumborum. Breathing into the ball. And then exhale, let it go. Good. Inhale, breathing into the ball. And then exhale, let it go. Stay here and enjoy that lovely release. Nice. And then come back to center, pressing your feet, lift your hips. Move the ball from the right side to the left. So again, just above your glutes, right at your low back. Feet nice and wide, just rock from side to side. Breathe and relax. Nice, and let your booty come onto the ground. Inhale, pressing that low back into the ball. And then exhale, let it go. Good, breathe, press that low back into the ball. Exhale, let it go. And then let both of your knees shift to the left. And again, breathe into the ball, into the side of your low back. Exhale, let it go. Good, inhale, pressing into the ball, like in acupressure. Exhale, let it go. And then just stay here and feel the release. Feel how nice your body is relaxing after moving that connective tissue around. Nice. And then come back to center. Take the ball to the center of your back, not on your spine, but next to your spine. I like to cup my hands around my head for support, or you can take your hands out in a T again, and then just rock your knees from side to side. You decide how much pressure you want to put into here. If you want a little bit more, you can press in your feet and lift your glutes off the ground. If you want a little bit less, keep your glutes on the ground. Just rock from side to side. Good, then pause, booty on the ground. Inhale into that spot where your tennis ball is connecting with the middle of your back. And then exhale, let it go. Good, inhale into that spot. Exhale, let it go. Good, then let your knees shift to the left. Remove the ball. Put it onto the left side of your upper back, not on your spine, just to the left of your spine. Take your hands in a T or support your neck, and then just roll from side to side. Again, you can keep your booty on the ground and do a gentler roll, or you can lift your booty and make it a little bit more intense. You are just listening to your own body, not what anyone else needs, just what you need. Good. Then let your glutes come to the ground. Inhale into that spot where the ball is connecting with your middle back. And then exhale, let it go. Good. Inhale. And exhale. Nice. One more round here. Nice. And then let's bring the ball to the bottom of your shoulder blade. So we're going to go here, we're going to go here, and then we're going to go at the top of the right shoulder blade and then do the same thing on the left. So start at the bottom of your right shoulder blade. And just rock from side to side. Again, you can keep your glutes on the ground. That's kind of plenty for me today. And if that's still too much, you can sit up and press the ball into the wall. Good. Then breathe into the tennis ball. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, breathe into the tennis ball. Exhale, let it go. Nice. And then move yourself down the mat so that the ball ends up in the center of your scapula, the center of your shoulder blade. And then same thing, maybe wiggling side to side, maybe wiggling up and down. This spot is a little bit more sensitive, so I'm going to keep my glutes on the ground. Good. And then breathe into that tennis ball. Exhale, release. Good. Breathe into that tennis ball. Exhale, release. Good. And then walk yourself lower on the mat so that the tennis ball ends up all the way at the top of your scapula. Good. Rock from side to side. Maybe rock a little bit up and down. Nice. And then pause. Take your right arm out to the side like you're a conductor, and then make a figure eight. As you inhale into the tennis ball, and then exhale, bring your arm across. Good. Inhale, open. Exhale, bring it across. Move nice and gently and slowly. If moving your arm is too much, you can take that out. You can reduce the range so you don't have to go as far. Nice. Pause and then bring the ball all the way to the top of your shoulder. Enough so you can kind of come in at an angle. So not on the very top, but just below the top, just at the lip. And then see if you can lift your booty and press into that supraspinatus or the top of your shoulder, and then come on down. Good. Press into that ball, keeping your booty on the ground or lifting your booty up, depending on what you need. Good. Come back down. Good. Inhale, pressing into that upper shoulder blade or supraspinatus. Exhale, come on down. Good. And then reach your arm up overhead as far as you can go. Inhale. Exhale, press your shoulder into the ball. Good. Inhale, bring that arm up. Good. Exhale, bring that arm down. And then just breathe into the ball. And exhale. Good. Breathe into the ball. And exhale. Good. Roll off to the side. Nice. Notice the difference between your right shoulder blade and your left. And then come to the bottom of that left shoulder blade. And again, if this is too intense, you can make your way over to the wall. It's a little bit awkward. And you can press that bottom of your shoulder blade into the wall and just roll from side to side. Otherwise, stay on the floor. Nice. Roll from side to side. Making just little micro movements. You can feel this activation. Good. And then pause. Inhale. Pressing that shoulder blade into the ball. Exhale, release. Good. Inhale. Exhale, release. Good. Roll yourself towards the bottom of the mat, taking the ball towards the center of your scapula or your shoulder blade, and then same thing, gently rock from side to side. So this is pretty intense. I don't need to lift my glutes. I can just do this gentle rocking and I can feel plenty of sensation. Another thing you could do besides sitting up, if it's too intense, is put a blanket over the ball. Good. And then still your body. Inhale into the ball. Exhale, release. Good. Inhale into the ball. Exhale, release. Nice. And then make your way all the way to the bottom or the top of your mat, whichever way you're going. Good. Bring that tennis ball to the top of your shoulder blade. Good. And then this one, you can just roll side to side. Or for me, I want it a little bit more intense, so I'm going to lift my hips and lower. Lift or roll and lower. Then still your body. Inhale, pressing into the ball. And then exhale. Good. Inhale, pressing into the ball. And exhale. Good. And then because I forgot to do the conductor, I'm going to do the conductor and I'm going to raise the arm overhead. So take that left hand out and in. We're doing kind of just a small figure 8 here. Good. Opening your palm and then turning your palm down. Opening your palm. Turning your palm down. Good. And then straighten your hand. Take that arm wherever you can go overhead and then bring it back. So we want a sensation but not pain. Good. Wherever you can go. And then bring it back. Nice. One more time. Lift it up and over. Nice. Bring it back. Good. Roll the tennis ball off to the side. Nice. And then either taking your fingers to the back of your neck, or if you like using the tennis ball, you can take the tennis ball on your left side of your neck and just take your gaze, take your head from side to side. So either using your fingers into the side of your neck or the ball. Good, and then switch to your right side, either using your fingers or the ball. Nice, take a moment, feel that release in the back of your neck. Nice, and then for the last part of class, I wanna come on to our bellies. Nice, so Marianne, I know you're gonna wanna use the roller. I'm gonna use the tennis ball because that's what I have, but if you have a roller, you might wanna use that.
No, I gotta go. Bye.
Bye. Okay, and then just roll the top of your quad from side to side. See how it feels with the ball. If it's too intense, you can go get up and get a roller. But just get that quad muscle and just see what it's like with the ball. Nice. Then take the ball to the top of your knee. I'm using my right foot to roll from side to side. Breathe. Nice. And then with or without the ball or the roller, come into half frog. So I'm going to put the ball there on my inner thigh and see how it is to do frog with the ball. You could also do the roller. And then inhale into the ball with your leg or into the floor. Exhale, release. Good. Inhale into the ball or into the floor. Exhale, release. Good. And then take the ball higher up, closer to your groin. Good. Press into the ball. Exhale, release. Good. Press into the ball. Exhale, release. And then just bring your forehead to the mat. Rest for a moment. Nice. And then let's just do the same thing on the other leg. I'm going to turn around again with or without the ball or the roller. Yogi's choice. Good. So come to the top of your hip point. Just rock your body from side to side if you're using a ball. So the main message here is there's so many options. There's always so many options. I think when we use a ball, it's going to be more intense. So the movement's going to be more mild. Nice. Then bring the ball just above your knee. You can go side to side. You can do this kicking. Nice. Then take that left knee out to the side. We're going to do 2 points here. So first, closer to your knee. You can take your leg forward and back. And then press your leg into the ball or into the floor. Exhale, release. Good. Press your leg into the ball or into the floor. Exhale, release. And then bring that ball or the roller closer to your groin. Nice. And then inhale into the ball or the roller. Exhale, release. Good. One more time. Nice. And then come on down and just rest in half frog pose. Nice. And then take the ball away, unless you're super happy there. Come into a wide puppy pose or frog pose, whatever makes you happy. So wide puppy with your knees as wide as the short edge of the mat, or frog pose with your legs wider, maybe rocking forward and back. Nice. And then just rest. Nice. Stay another moment or make your way on out. We're going to end either laying on the ground or seated. And I want to do a breath called Chandra Vedana, which is a relaxation breath. It is like Nadi Shodhana. Well, we're going to inhale on the left and exhale on the right, and then inhale on the left, exhale on the right. And it's meant to be a calming breath practice. And if it's too fussy for you, then just do your normal 4 or 5 count in, 4 or 5 count out. So setting up with your right thumb next to your nostril, your index finger next to your left nostril. Let's plug the right nostril. Inhale through the left. Close, exhale through the right. Close, inhale through the left. Close the left, exhale through the right. Close the right, inhale left. Close the left, exhale right. Close the right, inhale left. Close the left, exhale right. Close the right, inhale left. Close the left, exhale right. Close the right, inhale left. Close the left, exhale right. One more round. Close the right, inhale left. Close the left, exhale right. Let go of that technique. And notice if your heart rate is slower, if your thoughts have slowed down, if your emotions feel calm and relaxed. Nice. Take one more round of breath here. And as you exhale, gently roll to one side, hugging your knees to your chest. Take in the calm. Take in the peace. And have deep gratitude for your practice today and everyone else who joined us. And then gently make your way on up to a comfortable seated position.